Hello and welcome to Katrinas Creations. This is episode 447. The top I am wearing, I'm trying to remember what the yarn is. I think it's Comfy Cotton Blend, but it's a really pretty purple and blue. I wear it with like blue pants or skirts and it seems to go really well together. If I had purple, it would go good with that too, but I don't have a purple skirt. So anyway, but yeah, I really like this top. I wear it a lot. There's no pattern for it because I just kind of winged it myself and did it as I went, but I did start from the top. It has, just kind of a squared neckline with increases on both sides here and in the back, and I did that until I reached the sleeve size that I wanted, and then I tied off the sleeves, and then I just kept going around and around until I got the length that I wanted. So no pattern, no name, but I do like it and I wear it a lot. And this particular yarn, Comfy Cotton Blend, which is a Lion brand, it washes very nicely. So yeah, real pleased with that too, because like I said, I can wash it and throw it in the dryer. It comes out looking great. And I've washed it quite a few times. So yeah, if you're looking for a good cotton, this one's a good one. So yes, we will get started now with my finished objects. At the last craft fair, some of you asked how I did last Saturday. It was my best craft fair yet. Even though it did rain partway through the day, it was just a light mist. We had lots of people. I kind of doubled what my average normally is. It's still not a huge amount, but hey, it's better than I normally do, so I was absolutely thrilled. And I had taken my little eggs and chicks along just because I had like 4 left over from a spring craft fair. Not expecting them to sell, I sold out all 4 of them. So I've got 2 more craft fairs this year, and I thought I'm going to take some more. So I actually bought some of this yarn from, it's Premier yarn, but you get it at the Dollar Tree. So it took me about a skein and a half, and I have 4 little chickens. And the little chicks actually pop out of their shell, and there's their little feet. I do not have a pattern for this. I basically crochet, single crochet, like a oblong ball, and then I weave some of the yarn around to form the neck and just tighten it and pull it through. And then I crochet a little beak and little feet and put eyes on it. So there it is. So I have 4 of those to take. I did buy some yarn just from Walmart because I also sold 2 of my rabbits. So I'm rabbitless right now. I need to make some more rabbits because apparently those were popular. I sold 5 of the hedgehogs. I sold a lot of little things. My last of my whatsits that I made, those sold, and that, if you're curious what in the world is a whatsit, it looks like Cousin It with big feet and a little funny U-shaped eyeballs that stick up. And it's all done in kind of this furry, like Premier Parfait type of yarn. It's done with this kind of yarn. There is a free pattern. I did design it. It's a free pattern over on Lovecrafts. If you go down below in my description box where it says My Patterns, you can click on that and that'll take you to my designer page over at Lovecrafts. And I have several patterns that are free. I have some that you have to buy, but there's a good bit of them that are free, and the whatsit is one of them. So yes, I made a bunch of whatsits and I sold the last of those at the event on Saturday as well. So yeah, I've got like 3 weeks until the next craft fair. So, or maybe it's 2 weeks now. It's 2 weeks now. Tomorrow, yeah, as you're watching this, it's 2 weeks from today that I'll be doing the next craft fair with Kim. So, yeah, I have to get moving on getting a couple of rabbits made for that. I'm not making more hedgehogs because I've still got 4 left. So if I sell those, then I'll make some more for the final one of the year. So the other finished objects sort of that I have are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexies. And the yarn for this is some that I got in Connecticut, in Glastonbury at Village Wool, and it came in two, they're sock yarns, and they came in two, you got two of these, they're already divided for you for the socks, which I thought was really handy. But this is the other half of the skein. There's purple and there's like a black in here too, but I haven't gotten to that with the yarn that I'm using. I've got it all balled up at this point that I'm working with. So yeah, I haven't gotten into the purples and stuff, but that's coming. So yeah, so that's what that's my finished objects. Then I have a very nearly finished object because I really was going to hopefully get it done, and had I stayed up late last night I would have finished it, but I was tired, so I did not. But my green knitted tee, this is the Sinterra. I am just this far from being finished. I did not make it long sleeved. The more I thought about it, I was like, I already have a green sweater, this almost exact color in wool that I made a few years ago from some knit crate yarn. I don't need two sweaters in this color. So this one is going to stay short sleeved, and I'll just find something else to do with the leftover yarn, or I'll sell it in a yarn sale or something. But let me show you what I've got so far. Last week, I believe I was working on the bottom here. I think I just started on there. There's the hem. And then this is the hem at the neckline. And then this sleeve is completed. This sleeve is almost completed. I have to knit, let me look at this. I have to knit about another ½ inch of stockinette, which is this smooth knitting, and then I get into the ribbing stitches for the very end. So I'm almost done with it. So next week there will be a modeling session when I will have this completed and on, but here it is. I did make it longer than what it called for because it was actually a cropped sweater, and I got afraid when I kept looking at this that maybe I hadn't made it long enough, but I did try this on at one point. Once I had the sleeves off the hooks and I could you know, get it over my head, I did try it on to make sure it was long enough, and it seems to be working fine. So there it is. And again, this is the Sinterra. It is a free pattern by Audrey Borrego over on Ravelry. So that one's a finished object, or almost finished object. And then I have the last project I'm working on. And last week I told you I had ripped apart what had been a table runner that I never ever used other than the first time I put it on the table. And so I decided, since it was in some of my favorite colors, I was going to make a granny square, either sleeveless vest, you know, like a open front sleeveless vest, or if I had enough yarn, it would become short sleeved. So I've been working on that. I have two granny squares. This is what the finished granny square will look like, and I have two of them hooked together. This will be the front for both sides, and then I'll probably have a square of 4 of them for the back, and then the yarn that I have left over. I don't have as much white yarn as I have yellow and blue. I will take some of that to fill in like the shoulder seams and kind of around the squares, just to do like the shaping at the neck, some of the bottom, and you know, whatever needs to be filled in will be filled in with the yellow and the blue. And this yarn, let's see, I have the 2 completed here, but I also have 2 more that are completed. So this will take care, once I sew these 2 together, this will take care of the front. And then I have 2 almost done. I have 2 more rows. I have a row of blue and white to put on here, and this will begin the back. So after I finish these 2, I have 2 more granny squares to go for the basic body of the vest. So we shall see. Yeah, we'll see what happens with it, because who knows. So our show and tell this week is especially good sized. We've had some good sized show and tells lately, which is wonderful because I like to look at everybody's projects, and I know you guys do too. If you would like to participate in show and tell, it is open to everybody. You need to either just send a picture over to my Facebook page, which is Katrina Knits, and tell me a little bit about it. Or you can send me an email at KatrinasCreations@yahoo.com. Either one will work, and then they will be in the show and tell. So with that said, let's look at what you all have been working on this week. So again, thank you to those of you who participate and send me pictures on a regular basis. I really appreciate it. It makes our show and tell interesting if there's something to actually watch. So yeah, thank you again. Now I wanted to say a special hello to two viewers. We were out in Ohio a few weeks ago visiting my son and daughter-in-law and the grandkids. I have 4 grandkids that live out in Ohio. And my daughter-in-law told me that her parents watch these videos. I don't know why, but I really appreciate you guys doing that. So hello, Doug and Janet. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. So that was kind of a nice surprise when she told me that, you know, her parents watch. I was like, oh, how nice. So anyway, yesterday's video was a collection of my cardigans and ponchos that I've made over the years. So if you missed that video and you want to check it out, you can click the link right here and that'll take you over to it. This Friday's video, I'm going to be talking about my summer tees. Who knows, I might even model this one if I get it done, which I should, but so that one might be in the modeling session. But anyway, I will show you on this coming Friday my knitted and crocheted tees like this one that I wear during the summer and the spring and the fall. So that will be Friday's video. Now it's time for Now in our Come and Get It section, We have Lion brand is 20% off select yarn and kits. The sale does end Monday. You need to use the coupon code LBY BOO BOO 20. So I will put the links down below in the description box. Click the bold word more, and it'll drop open. All of these sales are listed in alphabetical order. I don't necessarily read them in alphabetical order, but they'll be listed in alphabetical order, along with the coupon code, so you don't have to try to remember it. Lovecrafts. Lovecrafts is having 10% off of their clearance. So it's already marked down on their clearance. It's an additional 10% off. You do need to use a coupon code EXTRA in order to get that 10% off. I don't know how long that sale lasts, but at the time of filming on Friday, it was there. So that is Lovecrafts. Mary Maxim has 25% off of yarn and kits. That sale ends on Tuesday, the 6th of October. And you don't need a coupon code, it's already been marked down. Knit Picks and We Crochet, which are sister companies. Right now they are running on both websites, because We Crochet is of course crochet, Knit Picks is going to be knitting patterns. They are running a thing up to Christmas. It's called the 12 Weeks of Gifting, and each week they release a free pattern. So if you want to go over and check out a free crochet pattern or free knit pattern, you can do so over on these websites. Their yarn of the month is Wool of the Andes, so that's 20% off. And then they're offering 25% off of select wool yarns. So that is over at Knit Picks and We Crochet. And then lastly, we have Premier Yarns, and Premier Yarns is running 20% off of their Parfait yarns. Parfait is the fuzzy yarn. It's not like the thing I make the hedgehogs out of, which is like eyelash or fake fur. This is the fuzzy. There you can see it. This is the fuzzy yarn. And like I said, it's 20% off. And I went over and checked it out, and it's like all of the Parfait brand yarn. So there's some that are like Parfait Pom-Pom. There's some other Parfait different. There's a Parfait Bulky and another one that's a different weight. So it's the whole Parfait bunch are 20% off. So if you're into making fuzzy animals, it's a pretty good sale. So the prices again are already marked down, so you don't need a coupon code or anything, and the links are down below in the description box. If you do buy something through those links, I do get a small commission out of it, which helps support the channel for me buying yarn, doing different giveaways, things like that covers the shipping for giveaways, things like that. So, and also pays me a little bit too, which is nice. So that is what I have for you today. Make sure to come back on Friday, because we will be talking about my summer teas. So that is it, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again on Friday. Bye everybody.